All right, everybody, welcome back to day 16, 31 Days of Horror. Today's theme was Tales from the Blank, which immediately made me think Tales from the Crypt. Mm-hmm. I think it's just the thing.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm like, well, that's a little too obvious. I want to do some a little different stuff and whatnot. Plus, there's a bunch of different Tales from the Crypt. Mm-hmm. I was looking at other movies that just have Tales from the Blank in it, and I could have gone weird and obscure and all that stuff. And then I'm like, no. I'm just going to do the movie I think most when I hear Tales from the Blank. And that is 1995's Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night. Yeah, I know last time you said we're a lot of anthologies, and I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
Fair enough.
All right, so if you don't know, Tales from the Crypt Demon Night was originally written as an episode of the anthology TV series Tales from the Crypt, but it didn't end up getting done. They thought they might have a bit more wheels, and they were talking about making a movie, and they wanted to add a bit more to it. There's a whole bunch more to it. Long story short, it is basically the perfect episode of Tales from the Crypt taken to this feature length. Mm-hmm. It is one of my favorite I don't want to say tongue-in-cheek, but it's a Tales from the Crypt. It's gore, it's scares, it's zany. You know, it's like the Crypt.
Speaking of zany.
Yeah. And it's got a great cast. It's an isolated movie where, you know, it's an assault on precinct.
Siege, yeah.
It's a siege film, except with demons, which is awesome. Its lore is awesome.
Yes.
It's simple. It explains it incredibly well. Mm-hmm. It is Jada Pinkett Smith's best movie, which isn't saying a lot, if I'm being honest. But Will Sadler...
Buffalo, New York's own William Sadler.
Exactly, absolutely. Basically, everyone in that is
Dick
good.
Miller, the iconic Dick Miller.
I was going to say, and I have to bring up Dick Miller, who, by the way, I love that anybody who puts Dick Miller in a movie where he gets to just surround himself with booze and boobs, because I'm like, treat the man well. He is a king. But I love everyone in this movie, right? Mm-hmm. I love every character in this movie, but I'm telling you right now, there is one character who stands above them all, and they will hear no contrary opinions on this. Billy Zane owns this film. Mm-hmm. Billy Zane is a demon. Mm-hmm. Billy Zane loves being a demon. Oh,
sick of this cowboy shit.
So good. If you watch the movie just for him, I will accept that.
I wish there was how there's that famous edit of Blade where it's just Wesley Snipes and he's the only one on screen.
Oh yeah, it's just the scenes with just him on screen. Yeah.
It's like, give me that for Billy Zane in this movie.
There is that for Billy Zane in this movie. I want you to know. If you're a horror fan, you've already seen this movie. I can't imagine at least amongst my horror friends, this is one of those movies you can just always put on and everybody will watch it. I know no one in my friend group who likes horror who does not love this film. If you've never seen it, watch this movie. It's not kid friendly.
No.
A lot of gore. It's a Tales from episode.
Feature length sex in here as well.
Yep.
Thomas Hayden Church. My nipples are smoking.
With that said, no, I don't think there's as much nudity as you'd suspect there would be. There is nudity, again, and there's gore, and there's body horror and everything. I love this movie. I love it to death. You need to watch it.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, I went with Tales from the Blank, so I went with another anthology film, but I think it's one that doesn't get talked about as much. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, featuring Deborah Harry as a witch that wants to cook Matthew Lawrence.
I'll say this. If we're taking an anthology series as its complete thing, arguably the best.
Yes.
And it has no bad segments.
Oh no! The cat with Buster Poindexter.
Love it.
It's a great one. But man, the gargoyle story. What a tragedy! What a great supernatural tragedy.
It's Remar's best role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James Remar. Yep.
Yeah.
And directed by John Harrison, who really wasn't known as a director. He was more of a music composer, but made the jump to director, and I thought he did an amazing job.
Yeah. And also, don't forget the first story. Mummies.
Yes, with Steve Buscemi, Julianne Moore.
Steve Buscemi's a college student, it's Steve Buscemi, Julianne Moore, and
Christian Slater, I think.
No, well, yes, Christian Slater. But the other thing I also point out is the other guy in that who nobody remembers, and now you do. He's the sheriff from Stranger Things.
Oh, really? He goes that far back. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, but it is. they sell that they could be college students. I know that they don't seem like it now because they're all, in their 50s.
Yeah.
But no, they sell college students. It's Steve Buscemi being a villain, and he doesn't get to be a villain very often.
Nah. But
he's not really a villain. Like, he is and he isn't. I'm not going to get into spoiler territory.
Yeah, he's kind of like just a nerd getting revenge.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a villain. Like, he goes too far. But it's that tit for tat where who's at fault.
But no, I love this movie, and also the fact that you brought up Demon Knight. That's going to be a double feature I'm going to treat myself to.
Oh, absolutely! It's a fantastic double feature.
Yes.
And fantastic. But if you've never seen it, highly suggest. Mm-hmm. I do honestly think it might be next to Creepshow, because it is difficult not putting Creepshow as the best anthology of all time.
Yeah, both have the George Romero connection. So yep.
But it's there. It's quite up there, if not at least at the same level. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so those were our selections for Tales from the Blank. Tomorrow for day 17, werewolves, not swearwolves. Great callback to What We Do in the Shadows. So yeah, I guess werewolf picks are going to be what we're going to do for tomorrow.
I would assume so. Yes. I hope we don't just both pick What We Do in the Shadows, but okay.
All right, so that'll be day 17. So until then, this is Mackenzie Lambert.
Yeah, John Cleveland.
See you tomorrow, folks.
Bye.